All right, boys, it is 4:01 a.m. We are back to the grind. I'll update you guys when I'm at my desk. Okay, guys, so we are at the setup, and I'll show you the stack for Monday morning. We have got NeuroGum, we've got caffeine gum, we've got nicotine gum. This is the caffeine gum NeuroGum here. This is cinnamon flavored and super good. This tastes all right. We got Arizona. This is my favorite flavor, the honey green tea. And then we have got the normal tea, we've got the coffee, and we've got the big jug. And we're gonna sit down and we're gonna get all this work done. It's good to be back in the up at 4 a.m. mix. It was only one day off where I woke up at 8 a.m. But yeah, gonna get to it. And the goals for today, first off, is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to do a revision of the TJR video and just send any little edits that I have to my editor. Then also find some clips he was looking for. Then I'm going to do all of my client work. That should take me about 2 hours or so to do. Then I'm going to be creating a playbook for both of my channels with the branding as well. Then I'm going to be doing some script writing edits to the Rob the Bank video, practicing it, and then client meetings, document today, and that is all. The most important thing is to get the TJR video completely ready to post for tomorrow. And yeah, that's really the only focus. And then, like I said, my goals for the week are to post the TJR video, to record and hand off the Rob the Bank video, and then to get the research and thumbnail for my next creator done, which I think I'm gonna do Jordan Welch. I'm not sure yet. And outside of that, I'm a YouTuber, so I make videos and I do my best job at it. And yeah, that's the business end comes to me, and I want to do a good job running the sales engine part of things, but I also have to remember at the end of the day, I'm a YouTuber. So that is all, and I'll see you boys later. Peace. Good morning, gentlemen. It is my favorite time of the day. 7:45 a.m. Got my second Arizona, and yeah, feeling good. What I, again, love so much about this time of day, if you're new, is I've been working for about 3 hours-ish, 2 hours, 45 minutes, 3 hours-ish. I got on my PC around 4:45, and I'm done my highest leverage task for the day, which for me today was just a super in-depth revision of the video that I am uploading probably tomorrow after the amount of revising that it took. And yeah, I could have my day end right now and not really do any more work, and it would still be a success as a result of that, which is a pretty awesome feeling to have. Now, today is Monday, so I've got a lot of client stuff to take care of, which I'm gonna go back to my computer and do right now. And then I have a kind of onboarding where I'm also supposed to be taking a payment, so that's always nice. And gonna do that at, I think, like 9 a.m. ish, so that's super solid. And yeah, my client meetings are usually, I don't have any meetings for the entire week unless it's a sales call, and I do all my meetings today. So it's kind of bittersweet when I come into Mondays and I'm like, yeah, I just got all this work done, and usually I'm like super dialed in on Mondays when I want to just get a whole bunch of work done. But unfortunately, it is a lot of time in meetings, which I'm not a hater of meetings. They're a necessary evil, but nothing extremely high leverage gets done on meetings where you're just consistently over and over again. It's kind of a best practice that compounds for you over time in the relationships that you build with people, and kind of just ensuring things are done. And honestly, with a creator, YouTube-centric business, the way I run things, I get the most done when I'm alone, right? Because I'm recording, scripting, thumbnails, reviewing. That's my jam. So yeah, bittersweet, but that's why I put it all in one day, because if I had it spread throughout the week, I'd hate it even more. Just the idea of like having to get out of flow every day to talk to somebody, which I don't mind if it's my team. If you're a team member of mine, you can interrupt me while I'm asleep and I'm happy, because I live and die by this, my craft, what I do, YouTube and everything, so that doesn't bother me. But when it's like a pop-up client call, you know, a lot of the time, unless it's something that needs to be immediately solved and it's like an urgent, okay, we need to talk strategy, usually it can be solved asynchronously. And in the moments where it's not, I don't mind it at all, and I'm still 100% available for my clients. But I think they're the same way when I ask them this, where it's like, yeah, you'd rather not have to take random times out of your week in order to do this. We can just have something in place on Monday where we take care of it all and we know it's good for the week. So that's a little bit of the philosophy behind why I do the Monday client meetings. And when I get back inside, I'm just going to be getting client videos out and scheduled, which always good to do. And then beyond that, I'm going to be doing a little bit of work on the branding end of the videos. So what that looks like, I told you guys earlier, but I know it's funny. I'm going to play with my banner a little bit. I want to change the episode name on these series because I realized that the title kind of sucks, and I put literally no thought into it, which is the goal. If you ever watch the first video on this channel, I talk about why having a second channel is dumb, and I use the caveat that unless you are doing it the way that I'm doing it, where I just like whip out my camera and just yap to you guys, and it takes me like, I think the fastest I've edited the video is in probably like 15 seconds. So 15 seconds to a minute is my editing time. So I really don't, I just fell in the pool. That would not have been good. Cold plunge, involuntary cold plunge. But no, it's very simple how I do these videos, but I do want to take them seriously because I understand the power of them as I keep compounding and doing it. And I do spend hours recording regardless of if it's high production quality, high effort or not. I like it because it's like a journal for me. Usually I would just get outside here and walk around anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And it's not like I'm giving you guys like value. I'm just talking selfishly about what I do. So yeah, that's that. And I am going to get ready to get back inside. I'm probably going to spend some time alone out here for like 1 or 2 minutes, just kind of gathering my thoughts beyond the video, and then I'm going to lock back in, and I'll probably update you guys as I'm going into my first meeting or after my first meeting, because I have a little bit of a gap where I'm going to try and get a little bit more work done. And then after that, client meetings. And this is a message to future me. You are going for a run today. I went for 6 runs last week out of 7 days. Only day I missed was yesterday, and that's good. Running 7 days a week is a bit crazy. I'm not that one guy who just like runs every day. No, I want to take my 1 day off of running, 2 days off of running. I give myself 5 runs a week, but I do want to go for a run today because Monday is often a day that I skip, and it actually, I think it just started raining. So good thing that I am done with this segment because I don't want to get rained on. So we'll see you boys in probably about an hour or two. All right, gents, it is 1:15 to noon, and we are back outside on the pool walks, and just hopped off 2 client meetings, 2 new clients that are on board. So doing the ramp up phase and getting them into the flow of what making content is like. So that is always fun. Honestly, I like these calls where I always think of new analogies and new ways to frame the fundamentals of content creation. When you have to re-explain it over and over so many times, you just get more efficient with it. So that's awesome. I'm gonna be working on the channel branding tomorrow, and
yeah, nothing crazy. I mean, I guess in full transparency, which is what I preach on this channel, I have a client, my first ever client, that I will be giving a partial refund. Nothing crazy. It was like, I think the partial refund's for like $500, which they paid me $1,000 to kick off with. And it has nothing to do with the content. We actually were succeeding really well with the content. The only thing is that the client just literally didn't have time to make videos and kind of bit off more than they can chew when it came to the whole process. So because of that, I thought it was only fair to give him a partial refund. I mean, $500 is not going to change my life, not going to change his, and they asked for it. I thought they were going to be continuing getting back to videos, but if they're not, then I'm completely okay with it. I think it's completely fair. And yeah, that's just in complete transparency, something that's gone on, nothing crazy. Again, kind of just the nature of running the business end of things. But the way that I always look at it, and I think the way that so many people in my quote unquote industry, which I don't even really want to associate with, I don't even want to be considered a info guy. I don't even really want to mingle in info spaces. I want to be in the YouTuber space and chill with YouTube creators and guys that are focused on going viral and getting a lot of views, because I have what they lack in business skill when it comes to the back end monetizing systems, operations, all that stuff. And they have what I lack in terms of going viral and all that crap. Hanging around with a bunch of business guys, you just bog down and confuse yourself. And I want to show with the guys who I think are honestly a lot more down to earth. Like YouTubers tend to be pretty darn financially stable, and big part of the reason why is maybe not financially stable. Their income might not be completely stable because it fluctuates a lot, but because that's an inherent truth in the way they do things, they're usually a lot more intelligent with their money. And that's just more my crowd, you know, people that, again, like me, are completely happy living in like a 200, I think, no, that's not 200, this is like a 300-ish thousand, and my earnings for that were in Canadian dollars, so converting that, it's like 400 and something, and just stacking bread, because at the end of the day, that is what my goal here to do is in my 20s, and I'm not even in my 20s yet, I'm only 18. So that's what my goal is to do right now. And as I get older and older, I will invest more into experiences. I already have had some great experiences, but that's the thing. I'm all for investing into going to places and doing these things, but I'm not one for setting up a lifestyle that is super expensive, because at the end of the day, the added benefit of a nicer shower head or sleeker looking walls is nowhere near the benefit of that feeling of an extra $10,000 a month in your pocket. And you look at that alone compounding over 60 years, what does that give you? And it just comes down to, you are going to die one day, so you have to manage that, but you also have to pick and choose what you care about. And I think when people get into a luxury lifestyle with one thing, they think that their entire life needs to be luxury. And the richest people I've met pick their luxuries, right? If you make everything your luxury, you're never going to be happy. B, you're never going to reach the actual pinnacle of luxury in the area that you care about. And C, you're going to be financially irresponsible if you're not stupidly wealthy. So the people that, what I mean by singular place of financial kind of irresponsibility and focus, there are guys that just buy cars and they just love their cars, right? So they're intelligent about how they do that. Guys who do that with watches, right? And it doesn't have to be that. I have a friend who works not a normal job. He works at a construction company, a really close friend of mine, Jordan. He works as a very high up executive at a construction company, doing the managerial work just from his computer. And he is investing into real estate, right? That's his thing. That's where he spends his money. for me, a lot of that investment, if I look at my spending habits, it's majority into tech and gear, right? Mainly to upgrade my YouTube videos. And to be honest, that excites me more than anything else that I've purchased, right? Which honestly isn't much. Like, most of my investments are just into tech. If you could tell me, yo, you're gonna get a second PC so your editor can externally log in and edit, I'm like, whoa, that's sick, compared to the idea of like a car with a BMW. It's like, it's whatever, bro. And that's for me, right? I understand people that care about that. And I, quite frankly, I enjoy driving. I just don't want to get a nice car till I can track it. So, or I want to get a plane too. So that's something I will pick when that becomes something that I have time for in life. But right now, I don't have time to get a dang plane, start doing my flying lessons. That's not yet. And yeah, all in all, that's why I like YouTubers. They are smart people. Smart people, I think smarter people than info guys. A lot of time they're not in as good of an opportunity. Maybe not. They're just in a different kind of opportunity. And I think I operate in between those two, where I get the privilege of making YouTube videos, and I'm transitioning now into trying to get a lot more views and like be a big creator. But I also get the benefit of being a business guy and converting and signing customers and all this stuff. And if you can have both going on at the same time, I think that's the real win. That's the big win that a lot of people don't quite understand yet. And it's more the creator end than the business end. The attention's more important than the monetization of that attention, because everybody is fighting for attention, so you have to be better for that. Once you've earned the attention, it's yours and you can monetize it, right? And there's a lot of ways to figure out how to monetize an audience once you already have it. You can segment it with new channels, all this stuff. But what you can't do is monetize people who don't know you exist yet. So I've met more broke business guys than I've met broke YouTubers, and YouTubers are my crowd. They also are kind of more like me, like kind of nerdy computer people, not Mac users, computers. I have a Mac laptop, but computer users, desktop, Windows, Minecraft, gamers. I don't play video games anymore, but it doesn't change personality that comes with it, the jokes, all this stuff. People that sit in Discord call, like, my people. So yeah, I definitely need to meet more YouTubers and become friends with a lot more of these people and kind of start to obsess over the craft with others. But I might even join some communities for that, maybe pay for some mentorships, whatever it is. That's probably like usually the best way to go and meet people that are also serious about growth. So I'm considering that. But end of the day, real end of the day, creator first. And clients are nice, but I want to focus on growth. And I want to be at a point where literally my YouTube AdSense is a business by itself. And when I'm there, who knows the amount of money I'm making on the back end, right? So that's all awesome. And I can segment my channels, monetize, et cetera, later. But the attention is the real thing that most people miss, and they're too focused on the monetizing before building the audience, getting attention, that they never actually end up getting the focus to build that attention. And even with these videos, I want to keep leveling them up while keeping them consistent and doubling down on the format and being entertaining on camera, making these videos enjoyable instead of just sitting on here yapping while also producing the highest quality creator breakdowns. I just want to go absolutely batshit crazy on the content, because I know that that's the actual key to it. So I'm going to go inside and I'm going to talk to my editor to go over all the revisions I made for the TJR video. And then after that, I'll be working on my branding kit. My meetings with my rest of clients might not be happening, which is interesting, but regardless, gives me time to focus more on reviewing the script, working on the branding kit, and yeah, just making great YouTube videos as always. So gonna be doing that and maybe setting up my studio today, but I guess I'll take you guys over to the setup. Just see, I want to start doing these checks where I see what the setup looks like when I'm not polished and not refreshed. So gonna walk through. Light on, it's time to see what we're working with. Okay, so got this cup holder, this is a game changer because I've been messing up the quality of my desk, liquids overflowing to it. This desk is a mess. Arizona cans, 2 of them have been put away. I had a 3rd one, it's probably too much sugar. Bunch of random tabs open, no organization around this. So I'd honestly rank it like a 6 or a 7 out of 10. Maybe one of you comments, if you comment 6, 7, if you got that, if you're this far in the video. But that is the update. Editor meeting in 4 minutes here. Maybe I can even record that. I don't really think there's much to talk about on it, or like much that's valuable for you guys, but yeah, why not? Okay, I'll start it again as I'm on the meeting. Get a few sections of it so you guys can see what I actually do on these calls, and then after that I'll walk you through as I finish the branding kit. Okay, so little update as to what we have had going on. So I have been working on the branding for the main channel videos, but then also these ones on this channel, and I've made some changes. But what I will do is I want to see how I can cover everything. Maybe if I zoom in, it will be better. My bad, guys. But pretty much what I want to show you guys is that I just confirmed the refund to the client. This is a part of business. This was just like the Apple Pay screenshot I sent in. And it's a lesson that I learned the hard way, that being stingy about refunds and anything like that will always come back to bite you tenfold than if you just gave it. If you didn't do a good enough job to where somebody on merit alone is willing to allow you to just keep the money that was exchanged for the service that you provided, you didn't do a good enough job. And even if the person's being a little bit of an asshole, you still got to give it to them, right? At the end of the day, it was your responsibility to vet and find the right kind of person. And sometimes there are circumstances where it might seem like everything's out of your control. I promise you, 10 times out of 10 times, even if it means going in debt, which I have done, right? It is better to give that refund. It is always better to give that refund. Your reputation means everything, and anything that you can do to preserve it is worth it. So nobody can really say Alex didn't do a good job and didn't refund me. There are lots of people probably that, based on their expectations set, maybe in some ways I haven't delivered. And that's just inevitable when you've run things to the scale that I've got things to before. And even now, with the scale that I'm hitting, events like this pop up. And in this situation, it was not a performance issue, but just a logistical, it didn't work out issue, which is A-okay. But I never want somebody to be able to say, Alex took my money. Never, 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 never. It is, maybe I wasn't happy with Alex's results, but he gave me a refund. And that's always the situation I want to be in because, again, it's guarding your reputation. You never want to be the guy that has these 1-star, like if someone wants to give me a 1-star review, you're getting your money back too. And if you still leave me that 1-star review, you know I'm going to reply to it. I gave you your money back. I apologize for the time wasted. Time came out of my team's pocket as well. Anybody that looks at that 1-star review and sees you own it, put it on your chest, go, yeah, screwed up, here's your money back. Boom. And you don't want to build a reputation that you're somebody who gives your money back, but when it comes to it, when push comes to shove, always do the right thing and you will always be rewarded. I see so many people screw up their careers because they try and be greedy about $1,000 on a few different occasions. Give them the money back. Like be a decent chap, you know? But yeah, one of the things that I have noticed as mastering raw style, and because I'm committed to transparency, I'm not wearing this tank top by accident. I am a short black male, and because of that, I put on muscle quite easily. And, well, half and half. It's weird. You know, this is side tangent, but it's funny how I'm considered black, but I'm just as white as I am black. You know, it's interesting. I'm half white, half black, and that means I'm just as Eastern European as I am British slash Jamaican slash Caribbean islands. It's complicated. I'm a mutt. I'm from a lot of different places, and it would take me 3 minutes to actually explain my entire ancestry. So I'm not going to do that. But the point is that I've noticed that with raw style thumbnails, for whatever reason, when the person that is making the video is showing off muscle in some way, shape, or form, it performs better. Now I'll give you some examples of this. Sam Sulik with the raw style. We have this other guy I found named Jake RIX. Sorry, there's a bug on top of my monitor. I have no clue how he got there. So you can see his best videos do well when he's not wearing any shirt. Mark builds brands. Yep, I mentioned that. And even Hamza, his best videos. Now, I'm not the kind of guy to just like be shirtless and show off my abs and any of that stuff. I really think it's kind of quite weird. Maybe history comes to bite in the behind, and maybe I'm just awkward on camera, which I'm totally transparent with the idea of that being true. However, I'm all about the click-through rate. I'm all about the data. So if that means that I got you buggers to click by showing muscles off, then it's whatever. And I know it sounds weird when I explain it like that. I don't think the reason has anything to do with attractiveness level. Like you could go black pill and try and I don't think that's why. I think it's because when you see someone muscular, it is a sign of dedicated commitment to a thing. Now, for me, that has just been exercising. I haven't gone to the gym in 6 months, right? Like the stereotypes are true. I have not worked out in 6 months going to the gym. When I went, I only went for like 3 weeks. I quit again. Before that, I worked out for 6 months. I literally run every day, and I'm trying to lean out. And I don't know, I'm not like huge, but you know, I'm quite viscous. I've done boxing, so that definitely helps a lot when it comes to like muscle mass and density. And yeah, I mean, I did like bodybuilding workouts when I was like 14. Regardless, it's a sign of repeated dedication and effort, which people respect, and because of that, they're more inclined to give you their attention, right? And it's also a goal that a lot of people have. A lot of people have a desire to get in shape, so when they see somebody who's in shape, well, it resonates. So when it comes to building my unique character, what I want to do is, my words might come back to bite me here, but as of right now, my current thoughts on this is that I'm planning to wear a black tank top every single day, my AirPod Maxes, and my signature black hat. And I wear this every single day, and I work and I work and I work, and I might put on something else at like a hoodie or something if I get cold. But my goal is going to be to wear this and put this in my thumbnails, so it's a recognizable format that again has the ability to get that high click-through rate. And yeah, that's really just the plan when it comes to building out and scaling this entire thing. I'm going to be changing the thumbnails so you guys can see what the progression looks like. I'm just simply making them on Canva. It's nothing hard, nothing crazy. I set up my second monitor again this morning. I don't know if I'll live to regret this. I change my setup all the time, as you guys will probably see, and I just felt like having a second monitor today. So I took 5 minutes and I had one. Now, that is the extent of everything that I have been building out today when it comes to growth and scaling and content related entities. I'm going to be changing the banner on my YouTube channel, which is, yeah, I know. Hypocrite. I'm going to be changing the banner on my second channel, which will take me like 10 seconds to do. I promise you that one, don't overthink that one. It's literally just gonna be white text. And then what I'm also gonna do to kind of finish off my day is I'm just going to write some of the big improvements that I'm thinking about that I wanna make on my videos. So my initial thoughts as to what these are is kind of the South Park scripting I talked about you guys with too, but also If you watch Mr. Beast in any of his videos, you'll notice he has what's called a video game graphic. So you click on the video, they're doing the hook, and it's like, I'm gonna go through these 7 stages of how this happens, and it shows all 7 stages. And with my videos, I'll actually go and grab it for you guys. I have the board. Like, this was the board for my last video that I'm gonna have to remake soon. And when I say I'm gonna break down the Empire, say I spent 100 hours doing this, but I don't actually show the entire board and all the phases. So I wanna find a way to do the video game map thing where it zooms out, it's all crazy, it has the sound effects, as I show each of the sections that it walks through, so that it creates more and more questions and gamifies the retention loop, which is all what YouTube's about. So that is some plans. One of the things that I am progressively doing more and more is, I had the thought that I wanted to standardize things, but I'm still not at the point where I want to standardize because I'm just learning so much. So I think what's better is I just have a place where I compile all my learnings and I just read that before I make every single video. And if I do that, then I will be in the right kind of situation. So that is an update. Midday, it is 1:43 p.m. and usually around this time I'd have taken more breaks, but again, today is client meeting day, so I still have on schedule one more meeting. I don't know, because the client has not got back to me to confirm whether he's going to be able to make said meeting. However, I know that for a fact I will be going for my run. And you know what? Because I'm showing off the muscles more, I better do my push-ups, I better do my pull-ups, better be working out too. So I'm gonna do that, and now we're just yapping. So let me kind of sit back down and talk you guys through exactly how I am going to be working through the plan of today. So clicking into this, I'm on my notebook. Pen tricks, also worth learning. Takes you like maybe 1 hour one time, you look cool for the rest of your life. So I'm gonna finish this branding, and then I just wanna make some adjustments to the script, and then that's a good day. Tomorrow is gonna be cool because I get to upload the TJR video. My talk with my editor, he's all good. I forgot to show you guys that, so I apologize again. But editing that TJR video, adding music to it, is gonna take me about 1 hour to 2 hours, add chapters, make sure everything's finalized, good to go, publish the video, and then we're gonna see how the video does. I'm so excited. I haven't uploaded in like a month, and the last video was my all-time high. So I'm very, very interested to see how that turns around, changes out. I've got a good amount of client videos that I have to take on. I should have another payment coming through in the next few days for this week. I was planning on collecting it today, but not gonna be today, it's gonna be later on this week. And I should have actually a payment coming today. I don't know, we'll see. Anyways, I am going to finish the branding, and I'll show you guys the final project as I finish the branding, keep changing more of the thumbnails on the second channel, get all that done, because that's honestly just like meh work, and then fix the headers on both channels, and then yeah, we'll do that. Peace. Okay, gents, so I got some cool stuff to show you. We have redone the branding fully. Channel banner, road to 1M, and then every single video has the green monk mode. I changed it to being fully green, and elite ball knowledge, but the reason I got this is because I watched a podcast on game theory, and I hadn't watched them since I was a kid. I was like, oh, these people are YouTube geniuses. They like literally sold their YouTube company. They have such a good repeatable format that they could remove themselves from it, Matt and his wife, and yeah, it was insane. So I just was like, oh, well, nobody's done game theory style thumbnails for business. So I was like, all right, green, let's send it. It's recognizable and people will know. So now every video is going to be branded to that. And if you're watching this, well, it came in green, and that's how you know my brand. So this was the dawning of the green brand, and we'll see where it ends up going. But that is done. Diary of a CEO, Stephen Bartlett. I've increasingly grown in respect for this guy because of his Behind the Diary series. And now I just listened to a podcast from him, and the guy's stupidly smart. He not only has podcasts, most people think he's just a podcaster. I thought he was just a podcaster. Then I saw his drink company, I forget what it's called, but it's the one with like the eye on it. And then I just keep seeing these investments with his fund, and I hear him talk about these improvements, and this guy's smart, really smart. So I'm going to look into a lot more about him, understanding the way he runs the creator business model, and yeah, going to be doing a lot of research on him today. I've been already watching a lot of YouTube growth related stuff, which is good. Now what I'm going to do is I have to build the branding out on my main channel, which I'm going to be doing with the crime board, and it will take longer to look aesthetically pleasing. Like I like on this channel how it's already all green and you can see it and it looks amazing and beautiful and sweet. But on my main Alex Newman channel, it is going to take a lot more time because it's got all of these videos that cannot be branded to the crime board, and the videos on the crime board only come out twice a month. So if I were to calculate it would take me 2 more months to have this initial look just be all crime boards based on my current video output. So yeah, I'm gonna build that now in Photoshop, and I will update you guys as the branding on my main channel is done. It's very windy. I just finished my run. I couldn't talk to you guys while I was walking back as normal because it was super windy and the audio would have been just cooked. But what I want to show you guys is something that I was very dialed on at the start of this whole series, but to be honest, I have fallen off of it a little bit, and that is this bad boy right here. You might be asking yourself, what is this contraption? What is this? And what I have to answer to you guys is that it is a portable sauna. Now, you want to be careful what you wish for in this life, because as you guys know, I'm a big like visualization kind of guy. I've tried like a lot of stuff. I still do visualization to this day. Every single day, I actually really like to do it when I'm on my walks. And I told myself that when I come back to Florida, I'm going to have a sauna and a pool. And I mean, the pool was already here, so I knew it would be there. It's just, I appreciate it more. But the sauna was also here. And I didn't buy this. My mom actually bought this some time ago. But pretty much the way it works is I pull this rod up and I find this little slot that I'm looking for. Okay, cool. And then I sit in there and I've got my little remote, and my little remote gets it up to 150 degrees Fahrenheit. Or, dude, honestly, I'll be on it. Like, okay, damaging admission here. So up until about a year ago, I didn't know the months of the year in order. I know it sounds so crazy to say. I still don't know like how many days are in each month. And I have no clue what the difference between a Celsius and a Fahrenheit is. Well, I know what the difference is, but I don't actually know the US's system for it. I know Europe's and the rest of the world, because that's what we practiced in Canada, because we were a European colony, or UK colony specifically. So what I do is whatever, it's 150 of whatever is not, like 150 is reasonable on one of them, and it's 150 on that one. So what I do is, I just lost the remote, click power, I click temp all the way up, time all the way up, 5, and I make sure to turn foot heat on and hit start. So now it's going to start heating up inside of here, and what I like to do to kind of get it ready before I get in is, sorry, I gotta start the zip. I get it all zipped up, just like all right, technical error overcome. We've got it all heated up. It's like a little hot box, not like smoking hot box, but you can see there that's gonna heat up, and I'm going to be very sweaty when I get inside of there. I already kind of have like dried sweat off my run, but I'm really leaning out. I compared it to an old profile picture I have, and you'd never see like the inside of my cheekbone beforehand. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna find something to snack on. Perfect, got some grapes. Couldn't have played our hand better, boys. All right, so we got our grapes, and that's gonna be it. I think these grapes are gonna be our snack. And usually what I like to do during down times like this is talk to people, because one of the biggest, I'm a very introverted person until you know me. That's why I don't know, I think I'm still introverted, but people who know me, I'll like spam call you. I talk to people that I know so much. So during these times, and whenever I have free time, instead of scrolling social media, because I don't have social media, my default is to contact people that I know and just check in. And because of that, I have a group of probably about 10 people that I have my group chat of friends is 8 people. Then I got about like 10 people that I keep close tabs on and talk to on a multiple time a week basis. And it's just because I do these calls anytime I have spare time. So I'm gonna eat these grapes, I'm gonna jump in the sauna. I have no immediate discoveries, nothing crazy to talk about today. So I'm gonna update you guys as I kind of wind down for the day. But when it comes to post-run, yeah, still good. I'm still running, even though I was kind of scared it would drop my testosterone after doing a little bit of research into that. Yeah, I don't know, man. I really like the idea of doing the strength training. I just can't be asked, to be honest. It's so boring to me that the only way I'll go is if I've got friends at the gym that I'm going with, or people that I'll know that I'll see, like something that makes the gym fun other than the workout. And I know people say like, oh, discipline, this, that. I'd love to see those people run. Like seriously, I'd love to see them run. I'd love to see them run a marathon. I'd love it. Love it. So I've done strength training. I've got pretty built off of it, but it's just nowhere near as freeing as running and really getting out into the world. Like, I treat my workout as my break for the day, not as like a disciplinary thing. And yes, of course, it involves discipline, but I don't want my time to enjoy the day be sitting in a warehouse kind of place. Even if it's a nice gym, it's still the same thing. I think that even feels worse because it all feels like so almost too perfect. And I also, even if it's an outdoor gym, I want to be moving. I want to be out and about. I want to be seeing things. That's what I care about. And that's also why I walk back, because I get so much peace and time to think. It's almost like I catapult myself out into the atmosphere of life, and I'm forced to come back walking. I mean, I can run back too, but I like to walk back because it makes me slow down, kind of see life and feel like a normal human, even though, as you guys know, I wake up at 4 a.m. and I go to bed at 7 p.m. and I work until about 5-ish, and I go for a run from 5 to 6:30, and I go to bed at 7. So, very simple routine, very simple schedule, and there's really not much variance in that. I don't really go out for dinners, none. So, yeah. That's why I enjoy the runs over workouts. And I think if you learn how to run in zone 2, which for me I just do by only breathing in through my nose, out through my nose while I run, it will train you to not be tired when you're running, so it doesn't become this arduous process of like, I'm constantly out of breath. I'm never out of breath running. I take phone calls while I run. I talk to my friends sometimes. I was talking to my friends today while running, and I'll literally go 5K, just on the phone talking to people. And it's because I've trained zone 2 for 2.5, 3 years now, and I can move at a decent pace. Not like one of those paces where you're you might as well just speed walk, but I can move, I don't know, like a 6-ish kilometer, 6-minute kilometer pace. Yeah, that 6-minute kilometer pace while just having conversations. So they can do that for any distance under 10K. So it's actually enjoyable. I just put on music, vibe, and it builds your aerobic base too. So you're actually getting better at running at the same time. It's like a win-win-win. It's such a relaxing cruise. It also is great for your body. So That's my argument for running. And I think unless you're like a 30-year-old man watching this and your testosterone is going, like it's declining, it doesn't matter. Like I'm 18. I've got plenty of my prime years ahead of me. So where's a little running hurt? And I want to do ultras anyway, so preserving my testosterone now is not going to do anything if I plan to run 100 kilometers or 100 miles in the future. So anyways, let me at them. I'm going to enjoy my grapes, going to call my friends, going to jump in there, and I'll see you boys later. All right, guys, it is 7:44 p.m. and I've taken my melatonin and I got out of the sauna. I was in the pool for like another hour today. Reason why is I made up this, like, I don't even know if I want to explain this on camera. I made up this game that I've been playing in the pool completely by myself. And I don't want to bore you with the rules yet. Maybe if this becomes a staple, I'll explain it. But I did it. I played for 2 hours yesterday and I played for an hour today. And what I didn't know is that the pool got shocked with chlorine today, so my entire face is super dry and hair and everything, which actually might be a good thing since I usually have pretty oily skin. And anyways, I was in the pool, I got out of the pool, and now what I'm doing is just looking over the day. Gonna write my day for tomorrow, and I am watching YouTube. Today's the, or not today, I don't think you guys understand this. I watch probably about 3 to 4 hours of YouTube a day, but I do it while I'm doing other things, which I know might be a bad testament to focus. But the way that I do it is like if I'm editing a client video, I have to touch up a client video, I'm inputting my data in the morning. There's so many half-witted brain things that need to be done in the day after that initial focus block. And just having like YouTube going, whether it's YouTube videos on how to make better YouTube videos like creator interviews, or whether it's literally just entertainment videos, like by consuming, so like every good content creator has consumed more content than bad content creators, and I'll tell you that 100% of the time. And if you change the way you look at YouTube videos and think about what makes them good, even subconsciously, and you find genuine joy watching videos, you'll get so much further ahead. I think it's such an underrated skill just to watch a lot of YouTube as a YouTuber. And every YouTuber that I've met that's successful watches a lot of YouTube. So I am watching my YouTube, which I'm just going to replace with all the movies and whatnot, because I can find a lot of great stuff on YouTube. And I'm going to write what my day is going to be for tomorrow. Then I'm going to end this video and I'm going to upload this video with the new branding format and everything. And yeah, I'm going to wake up at 4 a.m. tomorrow as usual, and I'm going to say, what's up guys, it's 4 a.m., which by the way, I realize I'm like half asleep as I do it. So it's always funny watching my like semi-conscious self go, oh, good morning guys, I'm going to get out of bed and I want to start taking you guys through my morning routine every day as well. I did it one day, but anyways, I'm going to do that. I'm going to eat a taco, and I'll see you boys later. Peace.